Change the spell checking language on a PowerPoint presentation. I received a PowerPoint presentation with dozens of slides, each of them with a number of text boxes. Although the presentation is written in English, the language for spell checking is set to Canadian French. I'm trying to change the language to English, but even if I select all the slides and select a new element on the language dialog box, the language of the text boxes remain the same. So I have to go slide by slide, selecting the text boxes and then changing the language individually. Is there a better way to do this? The version of PowerPoint I have installed is 2002 SP3.
Here are two options depending on your situation. Situation 1. The originating copy of Office was installed from a Canadian French language-based install media. You will be able to set the default language to English, but core functions will use the native language of the installation media. The only fix is to uninstall the Canadian French version, and install from an English-based install media, or copy-paste the entire presentation to a new doc and reformat. Situation 2. Everything seems to be English, but in limited circumstances foreign languages appear. In this situation, here are repair instructions for Office 2002. Click the Start menu, point to Programs, point to Microsoft Office Tools, click Microsoft Office XP Language Settings. Click the Enabled Languages tab. Go to the default version of Microsoft Office box, select the language you want, click OK. A message will appear telling you what changes will be made. Click Continue. I hope this helps.
I've had the same problems with presentations made with German PowerPoint and being manually translated into English. The problem is that the language setting is essentially a formatting which is applied to each text box element on its own. I am not aware of any convenient solution. I have had to either live with the mismatch or manually changing the language format of each individual text box on each slide. Not fun, so mostly I live with it.
This thread contains the answer that worked for me. The steps I followed were: create a new macro. 1.1 Go to Tools, Macro, Visual Basic Editor. 1.2 Insert a new empty module by selecting Insert Module. Paste this code on the right panel and save the macro. Language Englishes can be replaced by any desired language. The full list of languages can be found here. Execute the macro by pressing F5 within the editor, or by selecting Tools, Macro, Macros, change spell checking language, then clicking Run. After that, all text elements within the presentation will have the new spelling language. I know an answer has been accepted already, which I gave +1 to since it works and is well written, but to some people the idea of creating, saving, using a macro may be too scary, or they may have security settings in place that make this hard to achieve. So an easier solution is to use normal built-in functionality to do this. The trick is to be able to select all the objects on all the slides at once, rather than the slides themselves, and this is easily achieved in the outline view, sadly an underused feature, but great for reorganizing a slide deck, promoting and demoting whole chunks. For example, bullets is greater than new slides or vice versa. I don't have PowerPoint 2002 XP, so I am not sure if you need to follow instructions for 2000 or for 2003, so I cover both here. In PP 2000, go to the outline view, which is the second icon from the left at the bottom left of the screen, looks like lines with indentations, In PP 2003 onwards, go to the Normal View, 3-pane layout, and at the top of the slide navigator choose Outline rather than Slides. In older versions, make sure you have the outlining toolbar visible, View is greater than Toolbars is greater than Outlining, and click the Expand All button. Later versions let you get at this through right-click. Ctrl-A to select all. Tools, Language, choose your language to set. From PowerPoint 2013, Review Language, Set Proofing Language. Job done. Likewise, while you have everything selected, you can change other things like fonts, colors, etc. Although of course in many cases this is better done by changing the slide master. A presentation that has had many editors may have lots of hard formatting set which deviates from the underlying master and needs resetting to be consistent. You can also reset individual slides to the master style, but this may result in placeholders moving as well, which may be undesirable in some situations.